type of the Pudgal. Okay, one type, like table, chair. These are different things. They are all no, all matter, but no, it's like all the different types. No, you have the more. Okay, so this is a Jain terminology. This is a Pudgal, and there are 8 different types of the Pudgal exist in the universe. Okay, do you know those 8 types? One is called Avtarik. That's where the body is being made. Okay, remember? So there, I'll go through the. I may not remember every name, but I mean, one is the no Tejas. Yeah, no Avdarik. Okay, another is the Vaikriya. Vaikriya Pudgal, where heavenly beings and hellish beings, their body is made up. Okay. Then the third one is called the Aharak. Okay, the Aharak body is like some advanced soul, no, spiritually advanced soul. They can convert their body, they can make this body and like visit Mahavidya Kshetra, like Kunkundacharyas is done, right, to visit the Simandar Swami and learn about philosophy of soul. Okay, whatever the questions they have. These are all the in the scripture story. Okay, I mean, but that is done, it's only less than a finger. That body is like something like that. And that can travel at the speed of light. Whatever words you want to use will be with a very high speed. And they can reach over there in that place. Okay, and that's the Aharak body. Okay, Avdarik, Vaikriya, Tejas. Tejas is digestive systems, if you call it now, all the things. This is Jainism way of explaining it. They are different types of the Pudgal. Okay, these are all different types of the Pudgal. I'm telling you.
Pudgal means I thought only one thing.
No, no. So these 5 no Pudgals. No, okay. You started with Avdarik. Okay, no. Yeah, and Tejas, Vaikriya, Tejas. Aharak, okay, then the Karman is there, okay? Huh? Yeah, I'll come to that. Man, Bachan and Bhasa Vargana. So these are all different types of the Pudgals exist, okay? Yeah, they said then we can start with Navkar mantra and all that. Come on, તમે આગળ આવતા નથી થોડા આ બધા માંથી છે ને Yeah, Lakshman, okay. Okay. All right, that's Chalo. Okay, we are going to start now. In 1 minute. Okay, now I got to sort of the things there.
Yeah. Yeah. Please switch off the phones. Nobody's exception.
Okay. Up, well, who is going to do now? Karmantra. Patla. Chalo, we are starting now.
Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vachayanam, Namo Lohe Savasahunam, Eso Panjanamo Aro, Sava Pava Parasano, Mangalalancha Savesing, Padmam Havai Mangalam.
Jai Janendra. Okay. Today, what I want to start is the Jain universe, Jain geography, Jain universe. And what I'm going to present here now, just keep this condition in mind. Whatever is in the scripture, I'm going to explain you first, completely. Okay? Don't try to start comparing the real world versus the existing knowledge what we have it, because then you will never learn Jainism. So just remove the knowledge of the existing knowledge what you learn in the school and colleges and everything, because if you do that one, you will be still thinking about all the time, okay, yeah, but this is wrong, yeah, but this is wrong, yeah, but this is wrong, okay. This is the knowledge base that existed 2,500 years ago among the people, okay, that's the knowledge base. So just listen and understand rationally, what kind of the knowledge base that existed at that time, okay? And how does the Jainism has used this knowledge, okay? Because there is a significant mythology in it. And that's the mythology has been used for, keep that thing I'm just using, for all our rituals, okay? For all our rituals, they are all developed. Generally, rituals are developed based using the mythology, okay? Rituals are not developed any other way. That's because you got to make it attractive to the youth, to the young teachers, because that's where the rituals are. That's how the religion is being passed on from generation to generation. Now, if you don't have, without rituals, no religion can survive. I'm telling you right now, whether we believe it or not believe it or nothing like that, because you have to have something to hook on, okay, to hook into it. So, ritual is absolutely needed, no doubt about it. All right, but the existing rituals and this geography in Jainism has a significant relationship. Okay, they have used this knowledge base significantly in the rituals. Okay, so keep that thing in mind. So again, let me repeat: forget about what you know about geography, and only listen to this, what is written in the scripture. All right? Okay. Now, this is the things we talked about yesterday. All right? That there are 4 anyugas. The Jain Sutra, when you read the Jain scriptures, there are 4 anyugas. The stories, which is historical, non-historical, whatever, okay, and mythology. The conduct is a Charananuyog, mathematics, Ganitanuyog. Ganitanuyog means some mathematics type things. So anything which is mathematical related is going to come into Karananuyog. Jain geography falls into that category. Okay, Jain geography falls into mathematics. All right, I just wanted to show you. Now, here is the Jain concept of universe. They are saying it, universe is just a vast place, and in that vast place is empty, but there is a small area of the vast place, okay, that's where the living beings exist. Okay, living beings, everything means is one, from 1 sense to 5 sense, everything else. But rest of the one is empty space completely. So the entire universe, which is a space, is divided into 2 groups. One is called the Lokakas. That's where living being and non-living being exist. And another is Alokakas, which is empty void. And here is the picture for that. Okay, what you are seeing, that let me show you. Oh gosh. Okay, but it has to come there or here. All right, let me show it here. This is the small space, this area. That's where living being, non-living being, everybody exists. All rest of the things, all other area from here to here, everything out, okay, top, bottom, is nothing but empty space. This empty space is 99.999%. 0.001% is called Lokakas. So, with respect to entire space, that where human beings, all living beings, every living beings and everything that exists, okay, it's only in this boundary underneath, okay? That's one thing. It is fixed. It doesn't move. There is no, the entire structure, it is fixed in space. All right? So there's no movement, that's a fixed in place. All right, so now, for all discussion purpose now, we are going to call only this place is Jain universe. Actually, the Jain universe is all, okay? But I'm just going to limit for this session, just discussion, because otherwise I have to use Lokakas type things, okay? That's right. So I'm just trying to tell you, universe is entire things. The Lokakas is where we are there, everybody else is there, everything's what you know, everything is there. And outside of that area, because it is empty, void, there's nothing. Okay, there's nothing to talk about it. Okay, because you can't go into that area. You cannot cross the boundary from here to here. There is nothing. This is a dead end. It's Donald Trump's wall. Between okay, he thinks that he's going to build the wall that nobody can cross it from there. Okay, right. But anyway, so all right. So that's the that is the things. That's it. All right. So
I'm not very clear. Anything in that thing is the Jain universe. That's what you're saying. Anything in that boundary.
yeah, it's Lokakas.
Okay.
The second chart is the first chart. What you see. Let me show you. Okay. Up. Sorry. This thing. That's where living being and non-living being exist.
In that boundary.
Yeah,
Inside.
within that boundary.
Okay, thank you.
Within that boundary. And the height of that, it is 14 Rajlok. Okay, the height. So if you go and look at, all right, the height from here to here, okay, is a 14 Rajlok. Now that is Rajlok is a measurement of a distance. And yesterday we talked that, it is like 1,000 bar falling down from heaven for 6 months, and whatever the distance covered, all right, it is called 1 Rajlok. And this is a 14 Rajlok. So 6 months is a 1 Rajlok, so you can just say 14 times 6. That makes it this many years. The pre-fall object is falling. Okay?
Possible to relate to the light years?
Is it possible to relate to the light years?
It is always possible. Somebody can take the measurements and relate to it. But I haven't done it, and I'm not aware about it. Anybody has done it, okay? Because I don't think light year concept was there even that time, okay? Now we are far advanced. But so if somebody does it, then I'll know it. Otherwise, sure. Go ahead. Okay, all right. So I just want to make sure, no, I'm no, keeping the background, no, proper right now, okay, just to make sure that, no, you understand what we are talking here, okay. This is a fixed in space, okay. There is nothing movement. It's a 14 Rajlok. Now, middle, right in the middle, just the middle, that's the land we are there, okay. We are right in the middle, okay. So this is, it is called Madhyalok. This particular circle, you see it, and this, the entire thing from here to here, it is nothing but a land, okay. Now, when you use the word land, it's not like, you get land and ocean, but ocean is still on the land. The water is not just by itself, no space hanging. So what I'm trying, it's a continuous land, and in the land you find islands, okay? All right, it's a land, ocean, land, ocean, land, ocean. Just want to tell you, right above us is a space, okay? Right above us is space. So when I discuss something from here to above, okay, is nothing but the space. And in that space, you see the sun, the moons, the stars, constellations, okay? And those kind of the things is right in the space, okay? All right, what I'm saying, which we can see it. Underneath from this space, right from here to all down, okay?
Just a second.
It's working. All right. Underneath the our space, okay, what you find when you dig it, it's a sandwiches occur. Like sandwich in a sense, there is a land here. No, then there are the layers, like very dense air, then there is a light air, this one, and then another sandwich occurs, land, the dense air, the light air. So what is being happening, the way the structure explained, we have a land, then there is a liquid type things, then there is a gaseous type things. The gaseous force is up, land pushes down, and it's a balanced. Oh, you follow what I'm saying? No, you got a heavy stuff, then the gas underneath, that's pushing up, this one is pushing down, and you got a balance. So it's a one sandwich. Then there is another sandwich occurs. Then there is a third sandwich occurs. Each of the sandwiches of the material, it's a hell. So the first one is the first hell, the second hell, third hell, that's total seventh hell. So when you dig from our area going down, 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 you go into the first hell, then you come to the second hell, you come to the third hell, that's all the way you can reach to the seventh hell. Okay, if you have equipment that can dig it all the way. And sometimes the earthquake occurs. But they explain it, the earthquake also, that the sandwich, there is a gaseous pushing up, land is pushing down, and sometimes disturbances occur, the gas escapes, from the bottom to up, okay? So that's where all the, earthquake occurring. That's how, they try to explain in that time whatever the common base explains, okay? All right. Main interest is Madhyalok, where we live, okay? Where we live. But now, first I will be talking places above us, all right? And then we'll talk the spacing below us, okay? And where we are, okay? So, from above us is called Urdhvalok. Okay, Urdhvalok means the place above us. All right? This is what you see it. All right, that's Urdhvalok. Just Madhyalok is just a flat. And then Adholok, the bottom portion of it. Okay, so that's how we divided 14 Rajlok. All right, now we go to the next chart. Yeah,
Can you go back to that slide?
which one?
Previous.
On the above was on the Urdulo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is all the stuff. What it contains, like you said,
No, we'll go into detail there.
I'm going into detail. See, I'm going to go through every detail of every inch of the space. All right. So then you can decide where do you want to go in next life. Okay. So that is the things. You do it. All right. So that's why all other charts. Sometimes I will come back to this chart back and forth, but anyway, this is very important. And yeah, about this thing, what I show you is only 2 dimensions. But no, there is a 3rd dimension, which we cannot see. Now, can you show the things over here? The guy come from the Edmonton, and he prepared the model, 3-dimension model of the space. Okay, it has the width, all right, and how everything is done. All right. So see, there is a height, width, and there is a depth. Okay, and this is the depth of the 3-dimension. All right. Now you can just explain what is that model represents. That makes it little bit clear to everybody.
yeah, so the exact, this model is this way. So
Just give the mic. Now let me hold it, so you can explain.
So the exact model is, this entire model is built to the scale as explained in the Jain scripture. The width is 7 Raju, height is 14 Raju, and the depth is also 7 Raju. So
Which one?
this from here to here.
Yeah, that's the
7.
depth.
7 Raju this side, right? And there is a thrust nadi in the middle. This
Now
is
let me explain the thrust nadi
the
first.
thrust nadi he will explain after, but this is the thrust nadi, and the middle part here is the Madhyalok at the center. So that's how I build this model based on the Jain scripture, just to show to everybody how it actually looks.
No, it's a very good. Can you
So-
explain how did you do it?
First, yeah. So the thing happened like this. I was studying this Jain scripture and trying to explain to my daughter how this universe is, and we all got confused, right? So what I did was use some simple plastic sheets and build a bigger model than this, but it was not very nice. So I went to 3D printing, this new technology, and explained the guy what I want with the dimension and everything, and they built this for me. So now I'm working on the inner parts and trying to build all these different parts of the universe so that we can explain to our kids. That's my plan.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, if somebody has a question, okay? Okay.
I just have a question. Is this like an imaginary, or is it?
No, did I tell you in the beginning, you don't know anything about this world today. The only question comes, if you know something about it, then you think of imaginary. Today, this is the way the universe is. There is no imaginary. Okay?
No, I mean the shape. Is there a reason for this shape? That's what I'm not understanding.
Right now, that's the way it is.
Just accept it.
1 plus 1 equal to 2. It is a Karnanu Yoga Visay. Dravyanu, Ganitanu Yoga Visay. In Ganit, you don't question. All right?
So this is exactly how it is explained in the Jain scripture.
Right. They don't give the reason why it is like
We
that.
don't know what is
Okay.
the right
All
and
right.
what's the wrong. Right?
I'm just, no, what I'm saying is that whenever there is a subject called Ganitanuyo, why there are only 8 karmas? Well, that's the way it is. If you just look at it that way, okay, all right, in Ganitanuyo, nobody questions it. You just accept the way it is. All right? Yeah, yeah.
The top height is one Raju. Yeah, this is one Raju here.
Yeah. Top is 1 Raju.
In the middle, it is 5 Raju. This exact middle is 1 Raju again, and at the bottom, it's 7 Raju.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I can just pass it to everybody. Right now, it is just a prototype model, so it is soft and not very like sturdy. But I'm trying to build a
Be gentle.
a big, little bit stronger model, so it will be like easy to handle. So it will be good for everyone.
So just be gentle. Okay.
For now, be gentle, and then I make a nice, stronger model again.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Okay. Now, since you have the thing, all right with you? Okay. This one is, I don't need it. All right. Okay. Now we are going to discuss each aspect of it. First, we are going to talk about upper world. Okay. Oh, first of all, this is the dimension. Okay, what is the Rajlok? We talked about yesterday, but there are 2 definitions. A distance traveled by heavenly being in 6 months at the rate of 2,057,152 yojans per samay. And the samay is generally in 1 second, so many number of samays pass by. All right? We just use 1/4 second. The samay is smaller than that. So the number what you are going to see is larger, existing actual number is than what we are saying. So we use it, and if we say it's about whatever it is, 1.15 times 10 to 21 miles. It comes into the miles, we convert it. No, it is at least this or more. All right, that's what you have to look at it. All right?
I have a question about million years, right? Light years of that mission.
Oh. Okay, let me handle after I finish this one. No, these things. Okay. All right. So you already. Oh, he did it. Okay. Good. Like the relationship between these light years and what will be the Rajlok and what it comes out. Milky Way is 100K light years. Hercules is 1.5 million light years, and okay. All right. It's a 2.8 billion light years.
Yes, the whole height, the
But
14.
we got a geniuses,
We are saying the height is 14, whatever the Rajloks, that equates to 2.8 billion light years. Billion.
Billion.
Okay?
So like,
And our Milky Way galaxy is only 100,000 light years. The longest, the widest galaxy that we know, the Hercules A, is 1.5 million light years. And this is 2.8 billion, which is 2,000 times wider than the 1.5 billion that we know. So that's the scale, like, in terms of it's huge.
right. All right. See, and the soul, when we die here, just travels all 7 Rajlok on the top. If you're going to liberation, I'm just assuming, okay. If you're going to liberation, it travels in 1 samay. It reaches right there, okay. So that is the speed of a soul. It travels always upwards and straight all the way to that point in one summer. All right, so you can just imagine everything that way. All right, okay. So we discussed that. Now next. So the height we talk. Okay. Now upper world height is 7 Rajlok, but the middle world, what I said, just a flat, but actually they give you some dimension, which is 1800 yojan. Middle world. See, when you look at that flat, it's not just right, but 900 yojan below and 900 yojan above. Above is a space, like we are right in the middle. So there is a 900 yojan above. It is still considered middle world, even though it is a space. And a 900 yojan below, which is all land, earth, okay, that height, it is still considered middle world. So but it's like, so what is the height of the upper world? No, 7 Rajlok minus 900 yojan is like no infinite minus 1 or something like that. It is still infinite, okay? Because what I'm trying to say, upper world, it starts from 900 yojan all the way to 7 Rajlok, which is same as 7 Rajlok, okay, for all practical purpose. Okay? Same thing, lower world is after starts 900 yes, yojans, and that's called considered middle world, okay? All right, up to this point, any question? All right, let's go. The Lokakarsh volume. Now, let me have the model, just 1 minute. Let me show you here. Like entire volume. In this case, Digambar and Svetambar differ. The way why I am saying, everything is the same, but the top shape, okay, one believes circular, another believes no, with the angles, with all the right angles and everything like that. So when you have a shape different, how that expansion, here you did it one time. So that's why volume is different. Digambar is 343 cubic Rajlok and Svetambar believes which is 239 cubic Rajlok. This volume inside. And that's only because the front is, 2 dimensions are same in both cases. The two dimensions are same. So what happens in the third dimension, one says it's a circular type thing, another saying like all straight angle.
So this model is based on Shwetambar.
Right. So what I'm trying to say,
Digambar would be something like a damru. Not damru, right? So circular in that.
but anyway, what I'm trying to bring it out, so when you come across, actually practically everything is the same except one area, they differ it, okay? And that's why I'm just giving the 2 different volumes for both. Actually, I calculated that way, and it matches the number, okay? So it is not like that. If you take this diagram, all right, and with the circular ray on with this way, and you slice everything and you put all the volume and then sum up, it will match it. Okay, so that much I can. I have done that exercise. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so anyway, but that's so we complete this chart. All right. Any question here up to this point? No. All right. Now next, who lives where? In the upper world. Upper world, I told you, above 900 yojan. Okay. From center above 900 yojan, upper world begins. Liberated souls. And I'll show you all the places. First, let me read. The liberated souls and Vaimanic Devs. See, there are heavenly beings have 4 categories. Vaimanic Dev, Jyotisk Dev, Vyantar Dev, and Bhavanpati Devs. These are the four categories of heavenly beings. Vaimanik, Jyotisk. Jyotisk means the sun, the moon, the star, the constellation. Okay, all of them called Jyotisk Dev. Then Vyantar Dev. Now, Bhoot, Pret, Pisach, Gabla, whatever the things are, they are all Vyantar. Okay? And then there is a Bhavanpati Dev. Okay? The Bhavanpati is the one, they punish the hellish people. They will go, beat them, the hell out of it. There are many things, that's the kind of characteristics of the people. This is the kind of the heaven. But they are all four considered heavenly beings. Okay? They are all four of them are considered heavenly beings, and there are four categories. So, in upper world, out of those four categories of the heavenly beings, only Vaimanik Devs live in the upper world. Okay? Only Vaimanik Devs live in the upper world. So what I'm trying to tell you, this one people really get sorry. Okay, from here up, from 900 UJ up, okay, when I say from center, not up to 900 UJ, right above it, which is from this place. This is not to the scale, but from this line up, okay. In this one, the liberated soul lives here only, just top half circle, That's where the liberated soul lives. That's what we call moksha. Okay, so you know now where it is. If you ever want to visit it, it's right here. Okay? Which is a liberated. This is the place where liberated soul lives. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, so, all right. And it is a 2.8, whatever billion light years. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah?
That's what I was going
You answered it.
Huh?
to You just said what I was going to ask. I was wondering how big the Sita loaf is.
You answered his question.
Yeah, oh, okay. All right. Now, you see the 5 circles underneath the half circle? These 5, 1 in center and 4 around it. Okay. They are called Anuttar Dev. See, Vaimanik Dev has 3 categories also. Okay, this is called Anuttar. Anuttar Dev, now is very pious. They are going to attain liberation in the first life or third life, after first birth or the third one. Okay? Remember when the Stavan says Panch Anuttar? Yeah? Huh? Yeah. These are all Panch Anuttars, these 5 circles. Okay? In the middle, 1 minute, let me finish. In the middle circle of the 5 circles, middle one, the middle one, this one, okay? It is called Sarvarth Siddhi. It is called Sarvarth Siddhi. And any heavenly beings in that Sarvarth Siddhi, in next life they attain liberation. Okay? That's again Karnam Yoga Visay. So, okay, you keep that thing in mind. All right? While the remaining 4, okay, they attain liberation in third life. That's what they say. Okay? So, second life, the third life, that's what it is, and 5 Anuttar. Okay. Next, underneath is called, there are 3 by 3 matrix, 9. Okay. They are also heavenly beings, but it's called Greivik. It's like a throat type shape, Greivik. 9 Greivik. These are all heavenly beings. 5 Anuttars, 9 Greivik. Okay. each one has their own characteristics. We'll discuss later on. But I'm just going to tell you who is where right now. Underneath you will find this circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Eight circle I have. 3, 6 to 8. Okay. No, I'll come to that. But the total circles are 8. Okay. There are. All right. These 8 circles. What are you trying? Huh? But don't be too technical, right? We are going to lose everything. Okay. I will show them. They are. Yeah, but it is the same thing. But yeah, you are right. Let it be like that. Okay, good. All right. Now, see, this is one circle, another circle, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and 8. We talk about 3 by 3, 9, Grevik, 5 Anuttars, and liberation. Okay, we talk about it. Okay. Now, these 8 circles, if you find out in this diagram, the bottom 2 and the top 2 out of these 8, they are divided into half. Okay. And the middle 4 are not divided half. They are all circle. Okay. So if you look into it, the total segments are 12. Okay. The total segments are 12. That's called bar devlok, 12 devlok. Okay. So the way you count now, okay, first devlok, this half circle, second devlok here, third devlok this, fourth devlok this, fifth devlok 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. So what you hear, 12 devloks. Okay. Now, Digambar and Swetambar, we differ here also. Okay. Digambar believes there are 16 devloks and Swetambar's believe 12 devlok. This is a Swetambar diagram. The Digambar side, if you look at the diagram, it is the same diagram, but they divided circle, all these circles twice. So that becomes a 16. Okay. You see, here we divided only 4 circles. They divided all 8 circles. All right. So it is the same thing as how you are considering. In reality, there is no circle exists. It's a space. Okay, I told you. It's all in space. But in the space, at certain distance, you are imagining here is a circle and this is the boundary. Okay. Any question here? Did I lost you or did I lose you, everybody, or everybody got it? Okay, that is the point I'm saying. Okay, fine. All right. So, with regard to Digambar concern, now it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay? That's it. That's very simple. Okay? And the heavenly beings who live there, their name is the same name, Vaimanik Devs. So Vaimanik Dev in general has the 3 categories, and the 3rd category is still called Vaimanik. Okay? So don't get confused in that sense. Okay. So if somebody gives the Vaimanik, Greivik, and Anuttar Devs, okay, there are 3. But if somebody just is the generic name Vaimanik use, they include all 3 categories of Dev. Okay. All right. So now let's go into the chart. Total height, okay, we done that.
Yeah,
the upper world, right? So like the liberated soul by Manik Dev. Okay, now these are higher devs, they call it. The Vaimanik and Anuttar Dev is called higher spiritual, which has a high spiritual level. So they are called Aham Indra. You know what Aham Indra means? They don't need any king or queen. They control everything. Everybody follows the laws of the land properly. Now, if you need, then you don't need a police. You don't need anybody else, the guards. If everybody follows the laws of the land, okay, do you really need army? You don't need anything on the support, because everybody has a wisdom, how to live. So that's why there is no things, nothing. Everybody itself is Aham Indra. Okay, that's the definition. They define it. Okay. Only thing is, when you come to the 12 devloks or the 16 devlok, whichever way you look at it, okay, that's where they are organized like us. Okay, there is a king, there is an army. The reason they have it because they fight among themselves too. So that's the reason. And people don't follow the rules and regulations and all other things. All right. So it's amazing the thinking what they have done it. Okay. All right. The higher Vaimanic devs, each dev is independent. The lower Vaimanic devs organized like earthly kingdom, ruler, counselors, guards, followers, and armies. The reason they need all that one, okay, that we know, you don't do it for show, okay? You do it for the protections and everything, and you got to pay them and whatever the things are happening, okay? But now we come to the middle world. I'm just going to show you the first, okay. Middle world is very, very important. The middle surface, then we got the 900 yujan above and 900 yujan below. All right. Now, who is the liver? Right on the surface, human being, Tyrians, animals live. Right on the surface, human, Tyrians, on the surface. But that's what we are. All the animals and everything is on the surface. Okay? Right above the middle world, Jyotish Dev, which is from up to 900 yujan. Jyotish Dev means gods of light, which is the sun, moon, star, constellation. Okay? They live, but actually, even though they are above us, it is still considered middle world. Okay? It is still considered middle world. Up to 900 yujan. And the Vyantar Dev, Vyanvantar Dev, is 100 yujan below Earth's surface. If you know that what we call Bhoot, Pisach, Gabla, the Vyantar Dev is in that category, ghost and gobbling. Okay, like when you talk about it. And they are the one very close to us. So they come from that one to the surface. And that's why they visit us. Okay. All right. So, any question here? Vyantar Dev, the human beings up to below is a Vyantar Dev. It is still a heavenly beings category. Okay, category still heavenly beings, but they live below us. Okay, and the others are above us. Okay, and we are right on the surface. Okay. So Jyotish Dev, gods of light, where it is, and you can see. And actually Jyotish Dev don't start until 790. That's a space. We have up to from surface to 790 yujan. No Jyotish Dev lives. Only in 790 to 900 yujan. And that's where the it's clear, okay? Now the world of just a minute. All right. Now, in the world of humans, Manushya Lok consists of 2.5 continents, and I'll show you that. The human only lives 2.5 continents of the middle world. Now, I'll show you how many continents are there, and that's where the human beings live, okay? And those 2.5 continent name is Jambudvip, Ghatki Khand, and half of the Pushkar Dweep. Now let's go into that category. 1 minute. Where is the diagram?
Yeah, after that.
1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Here it is. Okay. This is a very, very busy diagram. Very, very busy diagram. But now I wanted to explain you. Just a minute. Just keep that thing in mind, and let me go back to the first one. You see the middle world here, okay? This one, you slice, just assuming you are making cross section, the middle, and now you are looking at the top, okay? When you cross section this one, looking at the top, then what you'll see a big circle, okay? From center outwards, you go, and when you look at from center outwards, there is a land first in the center, then there is an ocean, then there is a land, then there is an ocean, then there is a land, then there is an ocean, then there is a land, then there is an ocean. You know how many times? Innumerable times. Okay? So you follow that? So there is an innumerable land and ocean until you reach to the end. And what is the end? Where the Alokakas begins. You follow what I'm saying? It's a one Rajlok. In the middle, that diagram, if you see, from here to here is a one Rajlok. Okay? And that from center, the land, ocean, land, ocean, land, ocean, it's innumerable times. All right? What I'm going to show you now, the diagram, which is only 2.5 continents, means one land, then there is the ocean, then the second land, there is the ocean, and the third, and they are all circular rings. Land is also circular, ocean is circular around it, okay? It does not have any odd shape what we are familiar with. Nothing, it's just a circular, okay? And now we can go to that particular one. Okay, what you're seeing here, this is the middle circle, right middle circle, okay? And this point where my thing, this is center. This is center. So you see half on this side, half on this side, complete big circles, like this is the center. Now, the inner circle, okay, it is called Jambu Dweep. It is a Dweep because it is surrounded by water. We live in Jambu Dweep. In the middle circle, this is the name of the circle. All right. The second circle, second land circle is this one. Okay? And then there is a water here, and there is a water the both sides. This second circle, okay, which is a land, it is called Ghatki Khand. Second circle, Ghatki Khand. First is Jambudvip, second is Ghatki Khand.
Can you point the first one again? Point the first one.
Oh, first one, okay, right from first circle, what you see it inside. Okay? First big circle, what you see it inside. All right? Oh my God. I can't even see in iPhone. My technology is so great. The first circle, no, there's no ocean. You know, in the middle is the mountain and the land is around. Okay? The ocean after the first circle is this. First circle is a land. Okay? First circle don't have ocean both ways. But all other circles will have ocean both ends. Okay? Like for second land, Ghat ki Khand, you got an ocean here and ocean here. Okay? And then the third circle, third land begins. Okay? Third land is called Pushkar Dweep. Third land is called Pushkar Dweep. But in this diagram, they are only showing half of the Pushkar Dweep. Okay? Because only half human beings live. Other half of the Pushkar Dweep, no human beings live. All right? So, that's why it's called only in 2.5 continentals. Okay? Human beings live. And since only human beings exist in this continent, and you attain liberation from human life, and when you attain liberation, you go straight up. You don't take any turn. All right? So, what is the size of moksha? 2.5 continents. Whatever is this one, because that's where the human beings go. All right? So, the dimension, shape, size of place of the moksha, okay? It is same as 2.5 continents. Make sense? The logic? Okay. Only human beings can attain liberation. Right? So, any liberated soul, they all come from their last life as a human being. From there they go to liberation. Okay? There is no other place you attain liberation. So now what happens? If you look at what is the size of the liberation place, which place we call it moksha. Okay, what is the size? No, the size, what I mean by, they go all the way to top. They all the way to go to the top of the Lokakash. So where does the moksha exist? Only 2.5 continental size. You see what I'm saying? The top area. That's all moksha souls live in only in that place. They cannot live outside of that because they can't go from outside. Nobody can go. I still lost you, right? Now it makes sense? All right, good. Do you got it or you don't got it? The top, the first diagram? No, but yeah, and it stops at the border. It stops at the border. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. It stops at the border. Soul cannot travel to all Lokakas. It stops only to the Lokakas and it stops. So that's where all the liberated souls are. So if you look at the area of the moksha is only 2.5 continents. Maximum. You cannot have it more than that. All right? Just to know, yeah, what was the question? Yeah, you go straight up.
What is the point of having all those middle?
Huh?
Excuse me, let him answer that. The question is, what is the point of having the middle layers if the the humans directly go to the moksha? What is the point of the middle area?
If you are not reaching the moksha, let's say you are not keval jnana or nothing like that, then based on your karma, you go to better place or you go to the worst place. All places below is the worst one, all places above are the better one. Unless you have no, you attain keval jnana, okay, then you attain liberation. Okay, let me, no, I understand, no, I mean, I did not realize that is kind of the confusion. The all other place, human being can go anywhere. Human being is the only one, in a sense, because they have their mind, free will. They can choose to go to hell or they can choose to go to heaven, and if they put the proper effort, they can attain liberation. That is the only advantage of human being. Right? You decide your own destiny, you can work at it, you can achieve it. All right? No animal has that freedom. And of course, you cannot expect plants and vegetables will have that freedom. Okay? So, human being is the only has that freedom. So that, but if you do good things over here, but not enough for liberation, then you are in this, develop. Then again, yeah, right. So that is the key. All right, let's proceed further. Now, so up to this point, I hope there is a clear. Now we go back to Jambu. Just only we are discussing now Jambu Dweep. First you understand the things. Now what do we have in Jambu Dweep? Okay. What do you want me to do? Oh, okay. All right. This is the high power minds not discussing that. All right. Okay. Now let me go back to the chart. 1 minute. Now Jambudvi chart is afterwards. Okay, just a minute. It's not there. Do you have Jambudvi separate chart?
Yeah, it's further down.
No.
Keep going.
1 minute. Just 1 minute, okay?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, yeah, this is good one. Yeah. All right. Now, the Jambudip, the middle circle, I'm going to elaborate that, okay? The middle circle. Right in the middle circle, which is the Jambudip, which is this one now, okay? It is divided several segments, and I'm going to discuss each segment. Now, see, when you look at that way, you look at the vertical, but now you are making a cross section looking from the top, okay? Taking the cross section, looking at the top. Now, in the middle, I'm just going to show you this middle, okay? This one, the two heavy lines, this one and this one, okay? These two heavy lines is called Mahavidya Kshetra. Mahavidya Kshetra. Right. Srimanda Swami jaan rahe chhe A. Okay. Mahavidya, that's the middle one. Okay. Right in the middle, or right in the center, it is Mount Meru. Okay. Right in the middle is a Mount Meru. Okay. So, Mount Meru is in the middle of Mahavidya Kshetra. It is also called middle of Jambudvip. I mean, it is for the entire middle. All right? We live in Bharat Kshetra is this one, like the second line from the bottom. Okay? And it is in the south. Now keep in mind, these are relative terminology, because I got a circle, I keep it like this. So one becomes south, another becomes north. If I use it that way, then it becomes north. Okay, so I'm not. So, but for all practical purpose, we keep this direction. All right. So we talk. So we are south side. Okay, Bharat Kshetra. On the top, the similar mirror image, the second line, okay, it is called Airavat Kshetra. Okay, if you have heard about the names Bharat and Airavat, one is in the north, another is in the south. South is the Bharat, north is the Airavat, middle is Mahavidya Kshetra, right? These three areas, what I'm saying, it is called Karma Bhumi. Karma Bhumi. Oh? Airavat same, no, like us. They are having one class going on. No, that kind of a thing. They are still, like us. Okay. Bharat and Airavat are mirror image. Whatever it happens here, it happens there. Okay. So you follow what I'm saying? Okay. There are three continents. It's called Karma Bhumi. There are another 4 continents. Okay. Total Jammu is divided into 7 continents. Out of 7, I explained you 3. The remaining 4 left. These 4 continents I'll go through with you, but I'm going to give you general characteristics. That 4 continents are called Akarma Bhumi. Okay? When you call Akarma Bhumi, that means the people in those continental live peacefully. They are all happy. When they live peacefully, you are all happy. You don't need religion. Okay? Religion is the only thing when you need, when you are fighting in aggravation, fighting this one, then the religion can calm you down and tell you how to live. If there is no religion, there is no Tirthankar exist. Okay, because there is nothing, you don't need it. Okay, there is no environment, that somebody will grow up as a Tirthankar. Okay, and how are they maintain their lifestyle? Through Kalpavruksha. If you have heard about the Kalpavruksha concept, Kalpavruksha is all over. Whatever people desire, they go there, their desire is fulfilled. It doesn't take long time. It fulfills in. If I need $1 million, I just say, Kalpavruksha, sit down, I need $1 million, they give you. Huh? Okay, what I'm trying to say, what he says, they live on Kalpavruksha, whatever it is, the desire is fulfilled. It is called Akarma Bhumi. There is no karma exists, nothing like that. Okay? And that are the 4 continents, that one. There are 2 continents above Bharat Kshetra and 2 continents below Airavat one. Okay? Now I will give you, just to show you that 2 continents. If you really look into it, the name, okay, this is a continent. Okay? Hemvat and Hari, no, I don't sometimes remember this name, so I may have said it. But these are the 2 continents, the Hemvat and Harivat. Harikanta, whatever. Yeah, you are right. Okay? So these are the. Now each continent, all 7 continents I told you, it has 2 rivers, one going east side, another going west side. Okay? So these are the 2 rivers. You know the 2 rivers what we have in Bharat Kshetra? Do you know the name? Sindhu Nadi and Ganga Nadi. Okay? This is the real name. we can say this is Sindhu on the left side and on the west side, whatever you call it, and the east side is Ganga. So between, now you got the mountain, Himalaya mountain on the top, there are two rivers, and Himalaya is right in the middle. So there is another one on the other side also. So these two rivers and two mountains divides that Bharat Kshetra region into 6 sections, whatever I'm just saying, okay? The 6th section, all right? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Okay. This is a mountain. The first line, okay, is a mountain, and then this is the boundary of Bharat Kshetras, the second line. Then this one comes, is a one continent, another continent which is Himvat, all right, and Harivrat right on the top. Similarly, on the top is the bottom, the two, so you can just figure the name out. But now you got a 6th region right in the middle between the river Sindhu and Ganga, and right below the mountain. Okay, that region is called Arya Bhumi. All Tirthankars are born in Arya Bhumi. The remaining 5 regions is called Anarya Bhumi. So now, in which Bhumi are you? Anarya Bhumi. I give you the definition of Arya Bhumi. Okay, the definition is the area between Sindhu and Ganga and below the mountain. That is called Arya Bhumi. All Tirthankars born, raised, the religion is in Arya Bhumi where you can attain liberation. So you don't have a hope, or we don't have a hope, okay? I'm just saying it. Go. What I'm trying to say, this is what existed in the scripture. You cannot know. What I'm trying to do, explain you, and you will never find any different explanation anywhere, what I'm explaining you. Okay, that much I can assure you. All right?
Yeah, what we said at the beginning is that we are going to forget the current knowledge of the geography. So there's no point in asking to associate this with the current knowledge of geography.
You will. I'll give you the time. I'll give you the time after I complete everything. Otherwise, I will never able to complete it. Okay? I will give you, we will compare with the present things, but that is after this completion. Please respect that. All right? Okay. Yeah.
Where do we live? We are not in the Arya Bhumi, and you said we live in
Anarya Bhumi. Arya and Anarya. Anarya Bhumi, when Mahavir Swami, if you read the, see, problem with the Jains, they don't even read their own Tirthankar's life in detail. Do you know? I mean, you don't read Agams, you don't know anything about what is in the scripture, and you don't know even what is in my own Tirthankar's life in detail. That's where my whole trouble comes, basically, okay? But yes, we do a lot of things, okay? All right. Now, do you really ever find out that people don't know the Christ of the Christ life? No, Christianity, everybody knows, okay? Look at all Hindu will know Ram and Krishna. I mean, those are things, I mean, no, nothing like that. But we are very unique individuals, okay? Right. So, in the Mahavir's life, in the first 12 years before attaining Keval Gnan, 12 and a half years, he went to Anarya Bhumi, okay? And there he had suffered a lot of things because the people in Anarya Bhumi are not cultural. No, they are kind of, primitive people, okay, living that way. They really, give a lot of upsarga to Mahavir Swami. What is this one? Thank you. Everybody's wake up now.
Is someone else?
Okay, thank you. now, let's get going. 1 minute, yeah? Let's get going. Just stop that one.
No, that's not me.
That's okay, that's all right. That's okay. All right. All right. No, that's okay. Let's get going. So up to this point, anybody has a question in understanding this one, up to this point, yeah. Huh? No, we are not talking. Whatever is explained in the scripture. I'll come to Patna and Bihar, I will tell you that. Okay, that's my point to you. Okay, Patna, Bihar, that's where Mahavir Swami, Gautam Swami, and the river was up on the east side of that. Because Mahavir Swami crossed the river in the boat and going into Anarya Desh. That's what I was asking. Yep, okay. No, that's the point is right. Very valid from that point of view. Yeah.
So all these things were basically expressed in words only because at that time they had just started to write the words at the end. That was a few hundred years after Mahavir had passed away. And then I guess somebody took the words.
That's the second presentation, Jain literature.
No. About this, all these diagrams were not there in the original scripture because
But I will explain you at that time when it was.
No, my question is that these diagrams were there in the original scripture, or only the words were describing the diagram, and then somebody interpreted the words to come up with the diagram.
Okay. I told you before, whatever geography we have, same geography Buddhism have it. Okay? For all practical purpose I'm saying. Okay. There is some variation, but it is the same, similar things. 95% is the same. Even name is same. Okay? So, certain things. Now you find the two religions have the same geography. So they must have some common database. They have used it. I mean, you cannot find, and the common database is like Hindu culture or Bharatiya culture. If you don't want to use the word Hindu, right? It's a Bharatiya culture, whatever it is. Bharatiya culture, which is this kind of the things where you pick up the story, you modify, change the names, the story intent is the same things, okay? All the mythology. All these type of the things, you can see so much similarity among Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism. All right. So you cannot claim this is only Jain. Okay. But Jain scriptures have it. That's my point. When the Jain scriptures have it, and I'm talking about Upangagam, Jambudi Pragnapti, Surya Pragnapti, Chandra Pragnapti, all these books which are Upangagams, they have it, proper description, everything. Digambar and Svetambar have the same description. So you can't know. So it has to be older than that. When you find something, it's about almost same description. So this is what, now whether Mahavira explained or where do they get, I mean, that you can challenge everything about
No.
whether the Mahavira is there or not.
I'm not challenging it. I'm just asking whether the book description is only in the words or also in terms of diagrams.
No, 1 minute. At that time, it was oral words, even memorized words. There no transcript diagrams also. After 1,000 years, after Mahavira's Nirvana, 980 years, now to be exact, okay, the things get penned down. Still then, it is my mind to your mind to third guy's mind. That's it. Now, what to believe, what not to believe is all up to you. Okay? The question now, both Buddhism and Jainism is oral tradition. Because the books penned down, now you have the books. Now you have to keep it. That's a possession. It's a violation of the fifth vow. So they decided it has to be memorized. No possession. Absolutely. And it's all meant for monks in a sense. No. So they are the only learned people. All right. So because they think it was the violation of the monks, so nobody penned down. Hindu literature was in Sanskrit. It was always penned down. Means the language and lipi was existed at that time. Okay, it wasn't like that. It was not existed. Both Buddhism and Jainism choose not to do it that way. Both leaders, Mahavira and Gautam Buddha, both choose that way. Okay, Mahavira got penned down after 908 years. Buddha got 600 years after everything got I think 600 or 500. If somebody knows proper Buddhism detail, just let me know. I'm just guessing around that time period. Okay. All right, let's proceed further because I will not be able to complete everything. If we just do it. Let me finish the scriptural aspects of the Jain geography. Okay, so you got this. Each continental has the two rivers, and in the middle there is a mountain. Okay, that will make there are 6 regions in the continent. Okay. Chakravarti kings rule all 6, and Vasudev king rules only 3 of the 6. Okay, so when remember in the we have 12 Chakravartis, 9 Vasudevs, all right, out of 24 Tirthankars. The Chakravarti king rules all the 6 regions. The Vasudev king rules 3 south or 3 north. Okay, that's how the Vasudeva is the 3 ruler of the 3 kingdoms. Okay, if you knew the 63 Salaka Purusha like that, then I'm just going to tell you. Okay, and now in the middle, this Mahavidya Kshetra, in the center is a Meru Parvat, and each side there are 8 regions in Mahavidya Kshetra. Okay, if you see, these are 8 regions, and in the middle there is a river flowing. So there are 8 regions on the northeast side, and there are east region is southeast. Okay, that's where my things are there. This region is below the river. This is above the river on the east side. So northeast there are 8, southeast there are 8. Similarly, northwest there are 8. and south, west, there are 8 regions. So there are total 32 regions. 32 regions, there is, in Mahavidya Kshetra, a Tirthankar can born one Tirthankar in each region. So there is a possibility all 32 regions can have Tirthankar. Mahavidya Kshetra, Tirthankar is there all the time, but not in every Mahavidya Kshetra's region. That out of 32. Yeah, I'll show you that one. But what I'm trying to bring it out, no, this is Jambudvip right now. Just bring that old, yeah, this one. What I'm saying. Now, currently, there are 4 Tirthankars in Mahavidya Kshetra. Okay? One of the 4 is Srimandar Swami. Do you know the name of the other 3? Nah?
Yugandhar, Bahu and Subahu.
Oh, okay. Srimandar Swami, Yugmandar Swami, Bahu and Subahu. Okay? Srimandar Swami is on the northeast region. So the northeast region is this. You see that? This is the east side, and above the river is the north. Okay? And he is the oldest one among 4. He became Tirthankar before others. Okay? So, Sthanakvasi group, Tirapanthi group, when they do Samaik, they believe we should do it in the presence of our Guru, which is no, first Tirthankar is everybody's Guru. Okay? So they sit and do their rituals on the northeast direction. Okay? So if you notice it, they, the Sthanakvasi, how many here are Sthanakvasi or Tirapanthi? 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I telling you the truth? I had no idea. My God, look at this. Okay. Your answer is the same. I get it. Everybody. Every place I go. Okay. The people who are in that active, they don't even know.
That's why I raised my hand, but I consider Jain no subsects.
No, so you are normal. If you know the answer, then I will consider you are abnormal, but you are a normal one. Okay, so that's all right. All right. Okay, now you see what I'm saying? But they sit and do their rituals, okay, in the northeast direction, sitting. It is the assumption because the live Tirthankar is there, so we are doing in the presence of Tirthankar. Okay? All right? The Dada Bhagwan group, you know, they kind of are giving significant importance to Srimandar Swami because the Mahavir Swami is gone, okay, he is in the moksha. While at least here, you know, is a live Tirthankar, so they pray significantly to, you know, Srimandar Swami. They give, you know, significant importance to that. All right? Actually, you can give it to any 4, but Srimandar Swami become, you know, old and become like more popular than the others. That's all about it. Okay? Huh? Which are
Yugandhar,
other 3?
Bahu, Subahu.
Okay, go ahead. All right, thank you. It is in the chart. Okay. Okay, let's proceed further. Because see, these are, we have, you know, bring these things all in the stavans and rituals. That's why I'm spending more time to make it clear to you. So when you come across, at least you know where it is. Okay, you know how it is and what we are talking about it. Okay, this is done, this is done. So I think I completed in that sense the Airavat Kshetra is the same thing what is in the Mahavidya Kshetra. Mahabharat Kshetra is just a mirror image. Okay? And the other 4 continents, all right, I told you, it's a akarma bhumi, so there is nothing much to talk about that, except the names and all, what are the things and how are they doing it, okay? So for our purpose, I'm not going to, give you a certificate, 3-month certificate or something like that for Jain geography expert, okay? All right, so that's good. Now, okay, now I'm going to 2.5 continents, right? Here. So I explain you in Jambudvip how all the 7 continents are located, right? There is a one Mahavidya Kshetra, one Airavat, one Bharat, okay? Now, the area of Jambudvip and the next one, Ghatki Khand, that area, land area, just square, okay, point of view, just area itself is double. Ghatki Khand area is double than the Jambudvip. And the area is double. So what do they have? 2 Bharat Khands, 2 Mahavidya Kshetra, 2 Airavat Kshetra, 2 Mount Meru, everything is 2 in Ghatki Khand. Now I'll show you how it is laid down. Okay, everything I'm going to show you. But first you've got to understand, Ghatki Khand, which is the next island, okay, that area is double than the Jambudvip area, and it has 2 Bharat Khands, 2 Bharat Kshetra, 2 Mahavidya Kshetra, 2 Airavat Kshetra, 2 Mount Meru, everything is 2. Now you see here, now I'm going to point out this is the Mount Meru, okay? Now if you look into it here, this is another Mount Meru for Ghatki Khand. There is another Mount Meru for Pushkardvip. You see my red light over there? Okay. Now if you look at this diagram in the mind up to this area, just Mahavidya Kshetra's area, and if you rotate 90 degrees that diagram, you will see it is a similar diagram right here, okay, and here. Do you see that? You take the Mahavidya Kshetra from the center, rotate 90 degrees, and then you slide it to Ghatki Khand. All right? Do you see what I'm trying to say? So this is similar, so this half area is one duplication of Mahavidya Kshetra, Jambudvip, and other half is a similar one. Okay? So now everything what we have in Jambudvip, you got twice in Ghatki Khand. Okay? Now, Pushkardvip area is twice than the Ghatki Khand. So for us it is 4 times. But we are only discussing half of the Pushkardvip. So that area is the same as half of the Pushkardvip area is the same as Ghatki Khand. So it has the same thing twice. All right? Okay, it is the same. So now we have got 5 Mount Merus, 5 Bharat Khands, 5 Bharat Kshetra, 5 Mahavidya Kshetra, everything is 5. Okay? If we have 4 Tirthankars right now in Mahavidya Kshetra, and there are 5 Mahavidya Kshetra, how many Tirthankar? 20. Viharman Bandhu Jinvis. These are the 20 Tirthankars. વીરમાન અત્યારે વિચરી રહ્યા છે. They are just are alive. 5 Simandar Swamis, five Yugmandar, of course they have different names. I'm trying to just to show you the concept point of view, okay? So now you got that how these things are laid. Any question from overview point of view, that Adidvip and Adidvip, that's where human beings are. This many Tirthankar. Now, if Mahavidya Kshetra, every region has Tirthankar, how many total Tirthankar will be? 32 times 5, 160. Right? Now 160. At that time, if Bharat Kshetra has one and Airava Kshetra has one, so how many there? 10 of those. Right? 5 Bharat Kshetra, 5 Tirthankar, 5 Airavat, 5 Tirthankars, and 160. So total 170 plus another 10. No. Total 170. Okay? And you know, Vierman Vanduchi Vis Utkruste 170 170 Tirthankars. હા ના એ જુદા એ પછી વાત કરું છું તમે. But what I'm trying to tell you, 170 તીર્થંકર્સ અજિતનાથ ભગવાનમાં હતા. When Ajitnath was allowed, every region in Mahavidya Kshetra, one Tirthankar was there. And of course, there is one in Bharat Kshetra and one Airava Kshetra.
I lost you. How did you get the 20 Tirthankars?
No, I did not get the 20.
No, first you said
But the 5, no,
Yeah.
20 વીરમાન. વીરમાન અત્યારે વિચરતા.
એ કેવી રીતે આવ્યો નંબર એમ પૂછું છું.
અત્યારે 4 છે મહાવિદ્ય ક્ષેત્રમાં. ને એવા 5 મહાવિદ્ય ક્ષેત્ર છે.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Sorry, okay, go ahead. Oh, I know I speak Gujarati and you may have got. You should learn Gujarati, okay? To know the Jainism.
Okay, that sounds great. I have a question about the karma realm. So, what does it mean? That just means that karma doesn't? Did I hear you right? That karma doesn't apply in this realm?
In Akarma Bhumi, the karma is there.
There is, okay.
But whatever the karma lifespan you have, when you enjoy, like you go to the heaven, you enjoy. You enjoy for certain duration. And your time is up. So now you are dead, you are reborn,
Sure.
other places.
Okay.
So but you are not doing something like to acquire more karma.
I see, okay. Yes.
Because see, there are no like anger, greed, deceit, lust within you in those regions. So when you don't have the anger, greed, deceit, lust, generally what you do, it is called bhogavali. Okay, you just enjoy the fruits of your beings, and so you are enjoying your good karma. In sense, you are depleting your good karmas. Now the bad karma is still there. Later on, going to produce the result. So now you are going back into the real world. Okay, what I mean by with all the fightings and everything occurs. All right. Any question now? No, that's a good question in that sense. All right? Okay. So I hope everybody is clear about Vierman Bandhu. When you read all the stavans now, when you just do it, at least you will have some understanding about it. Okay? Or, huh? What is the Tirshalo? Keep it right now with you. I'll tell you that one. જે વાંકા ચાલે ને I'm just okay. All right, okay. All right, so this thing is clear now. Okay. All right, now I come to here. middle world, we are going on the top. From our surface, 900 Yujan, from 700 to 900 Yujan, what happens? That's where Jyotish Dev live. The sun, moon, stars and constellations, okay? Resident Jyotish Dev's here, and the below is the Vyanventar Dev. And we finish this chart now. Now, list of 24 Indra celebrating the birthday of Tirthankar. Let me come to this chart afterwards. Let me finish the things first. Okay. Now, Jyotish Dev's distance from Earth's surface, how far they are. What they are saying, the stars are 790 yojans. All stars are located from us 790 yojan up. Okay. Now I know, I told you, 1 yojan is equal to anywhere between 4.5 to 9 miles. Okay. I'm approximate because we cannot, don't have an exact relationship, but we got the two boundary conditions. Okay. So, all right. So Surya, the sun, is 900 yojans away from us. 800. Huh? 800. It says 800 stars. Sun is 800. Yeah, 800, sorry. 790 is 800. Then the moon is 880. So the old knowledge is the moon is farther away than the sun. And also the star. Huh? Also the star. The star is closer, 790 for us. No, but like the sun is closer than all the different stars in today's world. No. There's no different. I'm just telling you, from Earth's surface, all stars are 790 users. Okay? From the surface, the moons are 800 miles. Okay? And the sun 880 miles. Okay. No, sorry, moon and sun. I got mixed up. Sorry about this. Okay? That's why I did the chart. I don't remember it. But the sun is 800 yojan. The moon is 880 yojan, indicating the moon from us. The moon is farther 80 yojans away than the sun. Sun is closer to us.
When we say Earth here, do you mean this big long?
Yeah. That's where we are.
Not what we call it.
No. No. It is a Bharat Kshetra we are talking. Because it's all flat, one level. It is the same thing.
It's all flat? It is all flat?
Yeah. I told you, you don't have any knowledge of the present one. You got the knowledge of the scripture. I defined you right away. It is all flat. Okay? There is no curvature even. All right? Just like a disc. Okay, I'm going to show you. Here is my another model comes. It is like this. Okay, the cross section I see it, and right middle Mount Meru exists. Okay, and if I just look at you, putting earth down, then this is the Airava Kshetra, this is Bharat Kshetra, and this is Mahavidya Kshetra. Okay? But actually it is like this. Okay? This is what I'm looking from the top down. That's why I told you. Okay? And these are all 7 regions. All right? Where we are, based on this, I had to draw it, but anyway, it is right in the middle over there. I just want to make sure you got a clear understanding based on the scripture, and you will never find different from anywhere. That much I can assure you, because I read in between lines and make sure everything is defined properly.
Who is right? NASA is right or scripture is right?
I'm not sure right now. We'll discuss later on. At the end of these things, okay? Let's not discuss about that. Let's understand what it is, okay? Give a proper justification of the scripture first, okay? All right.
And my question was, if we were able to determine the light years to Rajlok earlier, why is it that we have a 4.5 to 9 mile range for the Yojan distance?
You can equate it. Huh? What is the question?
Why can't we be more precise about knowing how much is a Yojan?
At that time, 2000 years ago, there was no electricity, there is nothing development. This is lot of imagination and lot of, the things, whatever you see it is, like many travelers came to India and they pass on a lot of knowledge okay, this is how it is, this is how it come from, I crossed so many rivers or mountains, something. That knowledge gets accumulated and people put all the pieces together. Whatever the pieces, they had it at that time. That wasn't means everything was accurate or anything. That's from the history point of view I'm talking about. But again, let's proceed further here. Okay? All right. Then the planets, the constellation is 884 Yojans, and the planets means Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, and all other planets, how far from us they are. Okay? So you know all the distance and everything defined there. Now, the next chart is important one also. Now, let me just keep 1 minute. Here it is. This is the one. Please pull it out, this one. Okay? After a couple of charts. Now what I did here in this chart, Jambudvip, Lavan Samudra, Ghatke Khand, Kalodati Samudra, and Pushkar Dvip. There are 2.5 continents are here. Okay? The Pushkar Dvip is half. Now see, in Jambudvip we have 2 moons and 2 suns. Jambudvip has 2 moons and 2 suns. But planet 176, constellation 56, and number of stars, what we have is 133,950 times e to the 14. That e to the 14, because I could not put all 14 zeros underneath, okay? Otherwise, nobody will count. This many number of stars. All right? I'm talking only Jambudvip. All these Jyotish Dev, they rotate around Mount Meru. All the Jyotish Dev rotate around Mount Meru. Mount Meru is the center. The height of the Mount Meru is 1,000 yojan. Okay, that's the height. And they are rotating around Mount Meru. Now what happens when we have one sun, right in the middle of the day, giving the light to us. On the other side, in the Airavat Kshetra, there is another sun. Okay? That is also rotating. So there are 2 suns rotating all the time around Mount Meru. Okay? Similarly, there are 2 moons rotating around it. So what happens? Let me go to the diagram again. Okay. Okay, you see here, there is one sun, and here there is another sun. In the middle is a Mount Meru. Okay? Same thing, there is a moon here, another moon here. And we are right here. If you look at it, we are on the south, on this direction. So, when you see in the morning the first sun, let's assume, just give a name, number 1 sun. In the evening, it will go to the other end. All right, the first sun. The next morning, we seeing the sun, that will be number 2 sun, not the same sun. Okay, that will go other end. By the time the first one comes back, from the back of the Mount Meru. So the third day, you see the first sun back. So these 2 suns and moons, because the mountain is in the middle, it is so high that light from one side does not penetrate to the other side. Okay? Because the mountain is bigger than the distance of sun. See what I'm trying to say? That's why what is happening? Now you got a 2 sun and 2 moon on the odd and even day. I mean, whichever way you look into it, okay? Just continuously rotating, okay? Providing the lights and all other stuff. I think everybody's kind of shaking heads. So this is what it is, okay?
So that sun you're talking about is the same sun here?
Yes, there is no other sun. Absolutely correct from the scripture point of view, because they were showing even that sun. Okay, there in the sutra, the one we see it, the sun and moon. I mean, that's and the next day. So it is, they don't have any other suns and moons. They are going to talk about it, okay? All right, let me proceed now. But you see here, actually in the diagram we have explained you, but now what I'm trying to give you an overview of the geography, which really requires significant study, all right, to get you to it. And now you can read geography and you can study yourself, because you got the basics are clear in that sense. Okay. So now here we are just talking only Jambudvip, all right. I'm not going to talk. I will talk about the Lavan Samudra, the Ghatki Khans, Kalodadi and Pushkar. All these things, the Lavan Samudra, which is around the Jambudvip, and then you got the Ghatki Khand, but it has, look at it, 12 suns, 12 moons, this many planets, this many constellations, this one. Because they all rotate around Mount Meru, the middle Mount Meru, not their own. The Ghatki Khand, even though they have the Mount Meru, but their Jyotisk Dev, they rotate around the middle Mount Meru and not the other 4. Huh? Jambudvip's Mount Meru. So you look at it, the whole structure is moving. But we are limited, our vision is limited, so we can see only ours, and not the other land is so far off, you don't see those suns and moons and stars and constellations. And this thing happens only up to 2.5 continents. Any sun, moons and stars outside 2.5 continents, they don't rotate, they are all fixed. Okay? You follow what I'm saying? So we are the only one having, this is the structure of the universe. So we have 132 total moon, sun, planets, constellation, and this many stars. So if you wanted to use your power, mathematics power, and put it into that one. All right? So that's the whole Jyotish Dev. Now, what you see, these things, like the sun and moon, that's easy to explain, that's why, okay? But similar task, it is their place of residence. In that place of residence, what you see, the sun and moon, it is the place of residence. In that place, a living being lives there. The living being called sun or moon, okay, it lives in that place. And it is there called Viman, plane, aeroplane. So they are always in the aeroplane, but they live there permanent. There are some people live in a boat, okay, just anywhere, but they are in the boat all the time. It is their place of residence. So the stars, the moon, the sun, they are actually living beings. And when their time up, somebody else will come, okay? In that sense, because all Jyotish Dev and everybody has their limited lifespan. Okay? So I just want to keep in mind, even though it is a space, but there are Vimans, or like sun, moon, stars, they are just floating around. And they are their residence place. And in that one, a living being lives in it. Okay?
Is it same as Dev Viman?
It's a Dev, but what do you mean?
The living beings that are in stars and moon. That's the same as Dev Viman when we speak about Dev Viman.
No, that is a different one. No. The Dev, that's a Vaimanic Dev we are talking. They are above it. Okay? That's all together. But in Mahavir Swami, if you read the life properly, there was once it happened that the moon and the sun came to Mahavir Swami to bow down. Okay? Anybody knows the story? Okay. Okay. All right. Once, let me remember the incident. But once when they came, what happened? Because sun came, so the monks and nuns thought it is sunset already. So they decided to take the Gochari right away. Okay, because the original sun came in his Viman, to bow down to Mahavir Swami. And it happened with Chandanbala, and they are saying it because they did not follow the proper vows of that one, because they got misguided. Because those times there was no watch or anything like that. Okay, you can see, yes, it's a Suryodaya or Suryasta and whatever the things are. So point what I'm trying to tell you, if you read these Mahavir's life, I don't remember right now because too many things to remember, but you can just read it, and that incident is explained in the Kalpa Sutra. Okay, when you read Mahavir's life completely and said they got misguided and they have to take some prayashchit because of that also. Okay? So that's the key things now in that point. So now, let me proceed now, okay, further. Okay, this one I think we need. All right, we got all these things done. Okay. Jambudvip center of the world, the diameter is 100,000 yojan. Mount Meru is in the center, illuminated by 2 moons and 2 suns. 6 mountains run from east to west side, divided into 7 huge continents. Each continent is watered by 2 great rivers. So now you can read and you can see it with all the names and everything there. We did that one. Okay, now the Jambudvip is like separate. All right. Now the 7 continent names are there. Okay, so now you can read and everything's there on the chart, what we covered it. Now, I talk about the Karma Bhumi is the Bharat Mahavit and the Akarma Bhumi. Okay. Now, Bharat Kshetra located in the southern part of it, Vaitadya mountain runs from east to west, which divides the Bharat Kshetra in north and south side. Okay. 2 rivers, Ganga and Sindhu, run from north to south and divide each north and south section into 3 subsections. Mountain has 2 tunnels. Yeah, this is one more thing. You know the Vaitadya Parvat, which turns south and north, Bharat Kshetra, that is divided by total 6 regions. That mountain has 2 tunnels. And 2 tunnels, only Chakravarti king can pass through that tunnel. Nobody else. And, okay, that's why he can rule all 6. While Vasudev king will not pass through that tunnel. So they do it either north or south. Okay? Chakravarti king rules all 6 subcontinents. Only he can pass through the tunnel. Vasudev king rules 3 subcontinents. Southern, middle subcontinent is known as Aryakhand. I explain you that. Okay? Remaining 5 continents are Anarya Kshetra. Tirthankar is born only in Arya Kshetra. Alright, all the points what I think I have discussed it now, back and forth point of view. Alright? Now this is the kind of a expanded view of the Bharat Kshetra, and they are given the names of every Kshetra too. Alright? This is just a Bharat Kshetra expanded view, how the rivers are there, and you can see you can see this is the area that is called Arya. This area is Anarya, this area is Anarya, this area is Anarya, this is Anarya, and this is Anarya. Okay? On the middle southeast region. Okay? And that's where at that time, whichever way you look into it, all the civilization was there in that region. Okay? People were civilized, everything was running. All others were like primitive people. They were not developed on that time. Okay. Mahavidya Kshetra, I think we all discussed that one, and you can see how many these 8 continents, Northeast, Ishan, Agni, and all the names you have it, okay? Where the Simandar Swami is on, Simandar Swami is on the 8th continent, which is the last one, okay? Yugandhar Swami, Bahu and Subahu, okay, out of 32, they name every one of them, and where are each Tirthankar is, okay? Okay, human reside only 2.5 continents. I discussed that one. Now, when you read the chart, you will know everything. Okay, 15 karma bhumis. Okay, now this is one important one, okay? Jambu Dweep, Nandishwar Dweep. Now, you heard about Nandishwar Dweep? All right, where the Nandishwar Dweep is and what is in that one, okay? The Nandishwar Dweep, okay, it is the 8th deep. Here is the Jambu Kshetra, and we know the Ghatki Khan, we know the Pushkar Dweep. Up to these first 3 rings we know. Afterwards, you go same things. Now, water and land, water, land, water, land. When you come to the 8th one, that's the Nandishwar Dweep. So, okay, that's the one, that's the 8th one. We cannot go. Okay, we know where the location is. We cannot go. Only heavenly beings can go and pray there. The Nandishwar Dweep has so many, there are temples, okay, and they are called Shashvat temples, okay, means they are there permanently, okay, that's the word meaning Shashvat, and only heavenly beings go over there and pray. And what they have done in Nandishwar Dweep is, there is a group of temple here groups and these groups, okay? And if I don't remember the name, can anybody read this thing properly? Rajesh, go. It's my handwriting, I can't remember it, I cannot read now.
4 Anjangiri, 16 Ratikar, 4 Shashwat Jain.
Just a 1 minute. Let me see 1 minute.
Here you can see it clearly. Pravin, here.
No, Char Saswat here, Char Saswat it's all that one. Anjangiri sold Dadhimukh and 32 Ratikar. I'll show you that. These Saswat things in the middle, okay, is Anjangiri. One Anjangiri, second Anjangiri, the third Anjangiri, and the fourth Anjangiri. Okay? Then you can say 16 Dadhimukhs. So you will see the middle one, like this, one here and one here, one here and one here. These are 4 times 4 is 16. They are called the 16 Dadhimukh. And you got a Ratikar, the remaining two on this side, remaining 2 on this side, remaining 2 on this side, and remaining. So there are 8 in each group. And 8 times 4 is 32. All right? So that's the things. And these are Saswat Jinalai. Have you heard of someone like Rushabh Chandrana Navari Sen, Vardhmana Nami Gunsen? Have you heard about that someone? Okay, you know that's someone. All right. What are those? Rushabh, Achi, what is the next?
Chandra, Vardman.
Rushabha, Chandrana, Vari Sen. These are the Saswat Tirthankars. Okay? Okay. Rushabdev, Chandranan, Varisan, and Mahavardhman, Mahavir Swami. These 4 are the Saswat. Their temples are here in Nandeshwar Dev. If you've seen the model of Nandeshwar Dev, like if you are in Ahmedabad, in Dushiwadanipur, the Nandeshwar Dev has the complete model. Okay? Or everything it is being done, in that one. So the whole things, concept. Huh? Nandeshwar Dev, Dushiwadanipur, corner upar, yes. Yeah, right. Okay. So, whatever I'm familiar, I'm explaining there. Maybe some other places, but I have don't know the knowledge of it. Okay. So there are Nandeshwar Dweep. I think now even Satrunjay, some place though there is a Nandeshwar Dweep and the temples are there also. But I don't remember right now a lot of things. Okay? But now say it again.
He's saying there is one in Songad. He's saying there is one in Songad.
Oh, in Songad. Okay. That is true. Okay, I said that one in Songad. Okay. But anyway, so that's where the Nandeshwar Deep is, and that's how the layout is there. And it is the 8th island, so we cannot able to go, we cannot reach nothing. All right? We even cannot reach to the 2nd island. We are not talking about anything else. All right. Okay. Now, Manushya Lok, 5 Varakshetra, we already finished that. Human resides only 2.5 continents. We already discussed all this one. Now we come to, and these are all now you will, when you read the slides, you will know everything, okay, from that point of view. And I'm just glancing up, sorry, I'm going back. Now we come to the lower world. Any questions up to upper world and middle world? No? Okay, that's good. Well, I'm just telling you where the things are. I mean, okay. Now, let me take you to hell and finish the things. Because that's the only thing left. All right. Lower world. Continued by here is the lower world. Resident are Narkis and Bhavanpati Devs. The Bhavanpati Devs are the Nag Kumar, Ashur Kumar, Padmavati. Okay. All Yaksha and Yakshinis we have. They are all Bhavanpati Devs. Okay, Tirthankars, protector god, the religion protector god, the place, the, the, the location I'm talking about, okay, they are all protector god. Every Tirthankar has one Yaksha and Yakshini. All right, so these are all the protector gods. They are from this class of heavenly beings. They are not from Jyotish Dev. They are not from Vaimanik Devs. There are some are Vyantar categories. Like Saraswati Devi is a Vyantarani, if you really look into it, okay? Saraswati Devi is a Vyantar Devi. And if you have seen maybe someplace a picture, a land separates and Saraswati comes out of it, from the land. Okay, because she is a Vyantar Devi, very close to us. You know, the land gets separated out. No, I've seen some place the pictures of Saraswati Devi just coming out of the land. She is not flying in. Okay, is coming out from the land, which is the Vyantar Devi. Okay, so Bhavanpati Devi is a Nag Kumar, Asur Kumar, Padmavati, and all other, practically almost all Yakshakshis are from Bhavanpati Devi. This is the lowest category of Dev community. I'm talking, the lowest category means if you like please them, they will reward you, they will protect you. Okay? But if they are unhappy, then they can destroy you. All right? So, what we have done, anytime we do any rituals, no, we, first of all, what we do all the mantras, because these are all the influence of the tantric things to religion. And with that mantra and tantra, what we are invoking them, say that let our ceremony go without any disturbances, without anything like that, okay? And that's what we do. Huh?
Pavan Dev.
No, I'm not sure about him. I have to read it. I don't know Pavan Dev about it. Because see what happens is these are in the ritual time we got a Ganesh. We bring it from Hindu. There are many things we have copied from the Hindu things. All right. So whether it is from the Hindu or we have converted them to Jain and then put it, I don't know. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Because some things we keep it as it is, and particularly Ganesh is the thing, everybody puts that one right from the beginning before you start anything. Okay, let's put the Ganesh Sthapana. All right, that's anything what we do is just, it's basically in our culture. And we put it in, Hindu does that way. Not only that, Buddhism does the same thing with the Ganesh. The god Ganesh is in everywhere. There's no doubt about it. So we can always, it's from Hindu culture or Indian culture, whatever the things are. Okay? All right. So now the Bhavanpati Devs, it is the only category of the Devs, like if you please, they reward you. If you not, they can protect you. And that's why there is a significant things in Pratikama rituals. We have these Dev Devis, all right, we do their stuti, we do their kausag, we do all those things is these Bhavanpati, for Bhavanpati Devs. So they can, we whatever kriya we are doing, we can do it without any trouble. Okay, that's the main concept, all right? So, there are 7 infernal regions. First region is the 1 Raju wide. Last one is the 7th wide, which he already explained in the model. Where did the model go? Oh, here it is. Okay. The last one is the 7th Raju wide, and the first one is here, is the 1 Raju wide. Okay. Now, each region is made up of clay, ice, solid air, and thin air, and then space. the sandwich things, what I told you. Okay, you got this clay, that is what we are. Underneath us there is ice or solid water. Underneath is a thin air, a solid air and the thin air. So they push up, we push down the land and everything, and that's why the sandwich is balanced. And that sandwich occurs 7 times, which is the all 7 hells. Okay, one, then there is another sandwich underneath, and there is another sandwich, and there is a space, and then another sandwich occurs. Okay, so that is the way the whole structure of the hells. Now, suffering increases from 1st to 7th hell, which we know. It's a punishment place. Burning heat, intense cold, nuisance smells, unquenchable thirst, insatiable hunger, unfavorable torture from each other. Okay, they fight among themselves and each other, and ill treatment from asura up to 3 narkis. Even then afterward, the environment is so bad, even the heaven being, the people who punish them, they don't like to go even, okay? Suffering. So up to 3 narkis, the people are being punished by the Bhavanpati Dev, which are, that's the same category of the Devs. It's another category for the punishment and whatever things, but they are of the class of Bhavanpati Dev. Okay, they are all in that class of the Bhavanpati Dev. All right. So okay. So the summary: Earth is flat. Earth is not moving. Sun and moon surround Mount Meru. 2 suns, 2 moons exist for Jambudvip. Mahavidya Kshetra connected. I mean, everything we are connected. If you notice it, connected through the land, mountains, land. There is no space. What I'm trying to say, Jambudvip has no space. They are not separate, nothing. So all these 7 continents, we cannot cross, we cannot walk, cross the mountains and rivers. That's one thing. But they are all connected. There is no space. There is nothing in it, okay? From that point of view. And sun is closer than moon. And I'm just trying to summarize few points. All right. And there is one more point I forgot. Okay, it is called thrust nadi. Can you? Okay, good. Thank you. Right in the middle, there is called can you bring the first diagram, the first one? The thrust nadi. That's what it means is only in this area. The all animals, Tyrians, they are the one live only in this area. Outside is like Vanaspatis, Kai and Ekindriya soul, that kind of things. So the thrust nadi is the one, the thrust souls live, all right, and this is right in the center, what you're seeing, okay? From 1 to 5, from 2 to 5 senses. All other place, only the air and the vegetables. Okay? So you don't find any, you can only visit like Nadishwar Dweep, which is and those kind of, but other than that, okay? Now I'm going to open it the questions. Okay? So this way you got the clear understanding of the Jain geography, the way it is defined in the scripture.
No, I know that, but that's part of the question.
Should I move to the last slide?
Go ahead.
Or you want to keep it for last?
2 ways to be full. 1 minute. Let's put it. Just, okay. One, there are 2 ways to be full. One is to believe what is not true. Other is to refuse to believe it is true, which is the actually definition of mithyatva in a reality. Okay? Now, these 2 are for applying for the things. Scientists at the University of Kamalazu, okay, at the University of Okasha have simultaneously confirmed beyond reasonable doubt. This was a newspaper item. Okay, the earth is not flat and that cruise ship will not fall off from the planet. These are the church school. Okay, that's why church. Earth ship will not fall off the planet and sail off into the space on round the world excursion. So don't be worried taking a ship around the world. You will never fall off any other place or anything. Do the Google. Just put this paragraph on the Google. You will find amazing information. These are all my Google things. Okay. Google is like I say, Kevagnan. The guy got it. Okay. And all the messages, everything. So no, we got it. Okay. Anyway, now let's open for discussion. Any questions, anything, what you want to do, okay? If you have any different knowledge than what I explained, you show me. Okay, look, I read these things, okay, or I did that one. I will be glad to know. It took me a long time to study this one, believe me or not, okay? It's not like that.
What is the first line of that Savan? भुवन प्रतिमा देवल बंग 180 बीम परिमाण
slowly
180 बीम परिमाण एक संख्या चैत्य जान. What is the first line of that Savanam? You know,
I used to know. See, when I was young, these are my life. I used to know every Savan.
No, this the one you just said in the Jambu Dweep. Everything which is already covered in that Savan. You know, the one we
not every day, but what are the things they have used these things in making the stavans?
Yeah, that's correct. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, in compiling the stavans, they have used it in that one. But Arshad bhai, you want to come over here and explain the things?
No.
Whatever.
I was just thinking that Viharman Vandu Chovis, is that the stavan you were talking?
No, Viharman Vandu Vis hoy 24.
Right. No. Sorry. नहीं तो मैं बोला ना विहरमान वंदु जिनविस. Right. Okay. Okay, that's the one. Right.
Come on, you were talking to me.
I was wondering if we have 10 minutes, then I can, I have a slide presentation which would tell you how many light years and metaphor for all the oceans and the dweeps. What does it really means compared to new science? Because all those...
But it is interesting things to know.
So I have a slide presentation for about 10-15 minutes. I can do a projection.
If everybody is agreeing,
if there is time.
Problem. Okay.
So there's a lot of information. I did a lot of work and I presented.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But I think my question is, this is already a lot of elements that go into that. And I think he provides even more detail. I guess for our purpose, I think Harshad, you may want to share that with everyone eventually, send it by email. But I think what is the value of this to us? I think that may be more important because we're not going to remember all the elements. I can tell you,
no,
I will not remember.
You will not remember it. Because I'm teaching it, I have to learn. Otherwise, I wouldn't put a lot of effort into it. But I tell you the value, okay? The value is what is the spiritual meaning from this, the whole thing. Because Bhagwan Mahavir is a spiritual teacher, okay? Bhagwan Mahavir, like I told you, is not a geography teacher. He is interested in teaching you the geography. He uses the existing knowledge base that time existed among the common people. That existing knowledge base that was existed or familiar of that knowledge, okay, from whatever traditions came, from traditions, you got it. And he used that as an example to explain the spirituality. And the main important message I see, this is my interpretation, okay, the important message is that in this vast world, with the size of the 14 Rajloks and this many places, you have born and died in different places, in the heaven, in the hell, all the things you have been suffering it. All right? Also, as a human being, some people may say, no, I'm the king of this area, or I've got this much assets, and I got so many queens. No, this is the time, old time. No, they do all these things. Okay? And while you are, with respect to time, you are not even a point or fraction of second. Your life expectancy is not even a fraction of second when you talk about infinite time. At the same time, with respect to all this area, you're holding like I have a big house or I have a big kingdom or anything. It is not even a point in the map. So why are you being so ego and possessive? Okay? Because you got a fraction of second time, 100 years of lifespan maximum. It is still a fraction of time with respect to the infinite time what we have it, and with respect to the infinite area we have it. And this is the way he may have used all these things, and that is a lot of indication on so many sutras that don't be so egoistic, don't be so possessive, because your possession has no value when you look into the complete area. Okay? And that is the message. But if you think why he would not use earth is round or anything like that, now that one nobody would have listened to it. You see what I'm saying? And he was not interested in teaching geography. He's just giving the message. He may have used a different set of examples or different set of the things. But that is my message from that point of view. That's my interpretation. That's what I do it. Right? Okay, go ahead.
Where does Manibhadra and Ghantakaran Swami, where do they live?
Yeah, these are all, Manibhadra, Ghantakaran, everybody is from Bhavanpati Devs.
Which is the lower?
Yeah.
So,
no, nothing is apart. I'm just giving you.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Okay.
everything is either Vyantar or Bhavanpati.
Bhavan.
And Bhavanpati is the lowest category.
Yeah, and they, these devs or these yakshakshani, they don't have any hope to go up? Like they always stay there?
While they are there, like human being, unless we die, we don't have any place to go. We are human beings.
Right.
Same thing, they are Bhavanpati, they are Bhavanpati Dev until they die. And then whatever the next, Avishya karma they have acquired, that's where they will go.
So my question was, so they do go life cycle. I thought they are like just there.
No. Everybody.
Okay.
Even the sun, the moon, the stars, the sun dies, then another soul comes into it. Okay?
So somebody replace them? Somebody would replace them?
Oh yeah. It's like one president dies. How does it? It's only one would replace them. That's it. There are not two suns sitting in that place. It's like a position thing. Okay? There is a president dies. Did you ever find country without president? Okay, because I'm just giving similarity. Okay, so don't think in that term. Same thing like Tirthankar. 24 Tirthankars will be born in Bharakshetra for every time cycle. Okay, do you ever find any cycle which has only 23 or 25? No. Yeah, it's already done. So it's. I agree. Yeah. Right. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, just all right. Go ahead.
તો આપણે ઘંટાકરણ સ્વામી અને મણિભદ્રને તો કેટલું બધું માનીએ તો એ કેમ ઈ લેવલમાં કેમ છે એ લોકો? Why are they in that lower?
આપણે માનીએ એટલે એનું લેવલ વધી જાય. Let me explain you why. I know she has a good point. I just am kidding sometimes, but let me explain you why. Okay. There is a human weakness that, okay, if I have to do from my own effort, okay, it is extremely difficult. Okay, we always need somebody who can help us and support us. Right? Everyone over here is a Kul Devi. Right? What does the Kul Devi do? Right? And we've been like, from family to family, it has been passed on. This is our Kul Devi, okay? and you come over there, you do whatever you do, right? No, right. My annual day of Kuldevi, my mother said, "No, you have to come on that day." If you so, I used to go to India every year just for that occasion, because that was like rules you cannot violate. You know what I'm trying to say. So this is a human weakness. Now, Acharyas thought that many people are not staying in Jainism because Jainism don't have anything. Tirthankars are vitrag. Right? Tirthankar is a vitrag, and they don't want to pollute the qualities of the vitrag. That you go and ask Tirthankar, and that my son can get graduate, or my son get a good job, or whatever, you get married, or whatever the things we want, ask. Or I will take a Srifal and come and do these things, or whatever the kind of. So Acharya's thoughtful. He said, let's find a category of the Dev who has those qualities. If you pray them, they will reward you, and if you don't, then they will destroy you, because that's a fear. That's why the people will accept them. Okay? It's not like something, you just do it and they are not going to give you anything. If you say it that way, then nobody will even go over that way. So these are the reason all the Yakshakshinis we have created 300 years after Mahavishnu Nirvana. There's no Dev-Devis in the Agam literatures, in the earlier time period, if you really look into it. All got introduced after that. And it's a human weakness. If somebody gives you, all right, you pray more. It's like Sukhdi, which place up? Maudi. Yeah, the Maudi one. Do you see even how many? I don't think those people even go to the temple to pray. Just they go to the Gantakar and just do this Sukhdi. So what I'm trying to bring it out to you, okay, it is always like that. It's a human weaknesses, and the human weaknesses are needed sometimes to keep you as a Jain, so that at least someone from that generation can come and keep the religion alive. Sometimes it is a danger. We forget the original religion and original principles, and we just continue to do like this in the different culture. See, in India everything can go, but in the different culture where our children don't have any tie to India, they are born and raised here. In the earlier stage, you take them couple of times to India, but that's they forget. Okay, now you come into this country and this culture. It is very hard for them to digest that because they haven't grown up in that environment. Okay? Now, if we insist and continue that way, we are going to lose them. All right? They don't have to follow. They don't have any tie. They don't have any attachment. Yeah, just 1 minute. Okay? So, that is the reason it is there, and that's why they are. And Acharyas have done a great job in that sense that this is. If we don't give them the things that happen in Japan for Buddhism, because every Japanese are born Buddhist, they die Buddhist, but for entire life they practice Shinto. They don't practice Buddhism. Because Shintoism is the one that provides their day-to-day requirements, like our marriage ceremony, death ceremony, birth ceremony. If you look into it, they are all Hindu. Okay? If you say, Jain marriage, we call it Jain marriage, but it's something all Hindu marriage. We copy it and we put front Navkar mantra, back Navkar mantra, and couple of sutras into it, and we said, okay, that is a Jain marriage. There is no scriptural basis, but I'm trying to bring it out. The first time Jain wedding occurred is Chitramanuji's older son, the Rajiv. I was there in the marriage, and Shah again, He is the one who, who authored the Jain wedding. Is the same professor Rakesh B did the PhD, okay, on Atma Siddhi Sastra, Raman Shah, okay. The professor, he is the one who, I never heard about Jain wedding ceremony before that. If it exists, let me know. But at least I did not. So if I never
there is one exist.
Now go ahead now.
અમારી બેનના લગ્ન બી આ રીતે
Right. What happens is now maybe after 100 years, the things can be really proliferated. Okay, you don't know how the history is going to take a shape. Okay, go ahead. Keep it with you. Close.
As far as several suns and moon, we have.
Can you તમારું presentation તૈયાર કર દો?
Yeah, but it's a 10-minute presentation.
You can little rush it up. Okay, come on. Just do it. Get ready.
There are several Milky Ways, right? More suns and moons and everything. That's what NASA says too, right?
Right.
So it's more than one sun and one moon in a Milky Way.
All right.
So that's one thing I know about Kul Devis, how they came about. We અમારે કુલ દેવી છે ભાવનગરમાં, ત્યાં અમે બધા આવ્યા ઘોઘામાં જ્યાં આપણે જ્યાં રહેતા હતા, તો that was a different community. So to mix with that community, they adopted that Kul Devi. This is how the Kul Devi started 300-400 years ago, and the family to family they kept on following them. And that is why it became more important, as good as anything else.
Okay. But તમારા તો કુલ દિવસ છે ભાવનગર, મારા તો વાઇફ જ ભાવનગરના.
એટલે દેવી થઈ ગયા ને તમારા માટે. હવે બીજો સવાલ, તમારા પ્રેઝન્ટેશન આપણે આ બધું ત્રણ ભુવનના નાથ, ત્રિકાળ જ્ઞાની, આ બધું આવે છે, એને કેટલી વેલિડિટી આપવાની?
Unless you have complete knowledge, you have to decide.
Okay.
Tomorrow કેટલી આપવાની validity, I'm not going to talk. Okay? You got to see the whole premises of Jainism, you got to keep in mind. It's you are responsible for your welfare, spiritual welfare, nobody else. That is the basic principles. Okay. If you think somebody else will help me for my welfare, then the basic principle you are violating.
Thank you.
All right? That's the end of the whole thing in a sense.
That's
right.
Okay. I'm just trying to get your perception of it.
My perception is like, give you one more thing, perception-wise. When child is born and growing up, we all tell Santa Claus story, right? Every family, every mother tells the Santa Claus story to the child, right? Knowing it is wrong. Right? Everybody, the ghost and goblins and all other stuff, what we do. Did you ever have to teach your children that there is no such thing as Santa Claus? Right? Yeah, they, like you have told, right? I asked my daughter, when did you find out there is no such thing as Santa Claus? Okay. I mean, it said that about 3 years ago, I knew there was no Santa Claus. And how come you did not tell me? She said, I am getting so many good gifts, right? So why would I even know about myself, right? So now you can imagine. All right? So what I'm trying to bring it out to you, that please, the things are such. We are not the baby. We are adult, mature people. If we don't practice religion properly now, when are we going to practice properly? Okay? When we were, very young, like I did everything. From age 4 or 5, I've been like religion, taking charabalo, going to the temple, doing that one, everything. No, I did. I'm not denying that one, okay? But moment, now we grow up, and when you start learning, when you start asking, then I put a lot more time understanding it and change it myself. Okay? That's it. All right.
One last question.
You ready?
One question from me. We know that this is Jain universe as per scripture, what you have showed, and we have different universe that we know from the education. So this confusion, do you try to tell the new generation about how to understand this, or is it like leave it?
What my effort is always, this is how the scripture is, and these are the reasons for the scripture. In the current knowledge, okay, if you really look into it, it is just like that. Okay, this is where the earth looks like. Okay, earth, that's what it is. Nobody is disputing except the Inacharyas. No, they are disputing. They got the book. Where is the book? Okay, yeah, here is the one. Like, his wife went to Palitana, and since he is a geography interested person, brings the book right from the Palitana. There is a Jambudweep, whatever the thing, the whole show. I think if you are going to Palitana area, you must visit this place. They've done a marvelous job explaining to that. Only problem is they believe it is that way, and there is nothing wrong. No, okay, there is no other way. That's 100% believers of that kind of thing, what I explained to you. Okay? Now, this is the situation. Like today, if you are here, if I dig the hole on the earth, okay, I'm going to come back to Australia. That's somewhere, in that sense. That is not the way the Jain geography explains, okay? And there is no, what you are talking about, Milky Way galaxies and everything, there are more suns and moon. But the galaxies, there are space apart. There are a lot of spaces. There's nothing here on the Madhya Lok, there is no space. Okay, so there is some indication is not there. Go ahead now. Come on. I hope everybody got the questions and we got a lunch time. So this is, because if I take the second topic, it will be a little over. What time the lunch is? Huh? Okay, could you? All right. Okay, sure. You want to sit down? Yeah. Okay. All right, you want to sit on the top so you can hear? Okay.
My goal of this presentation is that Bhagwan Mahavir knew a smallest Parmanu as well as the whole universe. But those days, they used different words, what we call galaxies. Those were called as a dweep. So I want to use the metaphor between those two, and you can see that whatever written in the Tattvartha Sutra about Mount Meru and all the innumerable amounts of oceans and the dweeps, what it means in a real world. Because Bhagavan knew exactly what is happening, and you will see when you look at the universe, when you go about 100 billion light years away, you can see all the different galaxies, and those galaxies was representation, was a continent. So it's a small presentation. So goal of presentation is Tattvartha Shraddhanam Samyak Darshanam. Belief in reality ascertain as they are enlightened perception. And yesterday we know Samyak Darshan Jnana Charitrani Moksha Marga. So every word of Jinvani is supreme truth. And whatever described, Bhagwan Mahavir said water is Vayu. And now we know is H2O. There is in the scriptures they told about the ring around the Saturn. So they knew all of those through those Keval Jnana. So this one, we have covered all of this, different volumes of Lokakash. There is a temple here which represents Chudrajlok in Uttar Pradesh. But anyway, we won't go through this. This is how we come up to the light years. One Raju is about that many miles. And if you convert, because each light years is 5.9 trillion miles. So one Raju comes out about 22 billion light years. Now, like Pravin Bhai said, the number of yojan varies. But if you look at this, there are 3 ways they have figured out. As per Jain Siddhant Kosh, the Raju comes out about 24.6. And what Pravin Bhai was saying, it comes out about 0.195 light years, which is number 2. And the way I came up with another way was 22.2 billion light years. But, 1 light years is 10.9 billion miles. So just imagine, we're talking about 1 Raju is 22.2 billion light years, and 1 light years is 5.9 trillion miles. So now if you go to Einstein, the Einstein has a radius of the universe, and if you go down below in the red line, the Raju comes out to be 1.45 10 raised to 21. So it's somewhat close to what Einstein said. Now just to think how far every distance is, the furthest we have gone is to the moon. And that's only 158 miles in altitude and about 250,000 miles away from the Earth. This is what we have traveled. So now, since we are lucky we have a Hubble scope, and it has traveled and taken pictures 10 to billion light years away. So we have something what's happening in the universe. So we know there is a black holes, there's all sorts of things happening in the universe. There are all sorts of meteors and nothingness. Nothingness means it's all open space, and those are the one, I think the metaphor was that those are those ocean, Asankhya Samudra, those are the Asankhya Samudra. So I'll give you just an idea that how far each planets are. This is only in 1 million miles, but here is the one with light years. So how far we are from Sun, Earth is only 0.00016 light years away. And Raju is 22 billion light years. So you know how huge Raju is. These are some of the other one, how far other big suns are, but we can skip this. But this is the universe. This is the Lokakash. This measure gives you 310 billion light years away. This is some of the pictures from Google and, We'll pass all of that. I want to go to, this is the one. Around Jambudvip, there is countless continent and ocean surrounding Jambudvip. Now, if you go in Tattvata Sutra, it says each of the continent is encircled by an ocean. Each ocean is encircled by a continent. Each continent and ocean is circular, has a twice diameter than preceding one. So this is the one, again, countless continent and islands. And then is a Nandishwar Dweep, which is the 8th Dweep. So let's see what is the metaphor. A plane can fly and a bird can fly. But we cannot call plane a bird or a bird a plane. So when they say the concentration of continents, what it meant, according to our Jain, according to the modern science, is concentration of matter and space similar to path of the galaxy. And the ocean is a vast stretch of nothingness, you know, in outer space. This is still, we're talking Lokakash. We're not going to Alokakash. So those are, if you go, this is like a Milky Way. You can see all those 7 arms of the Milky Way. And we are in one Orion arms. So this is one of the arms. This is nothingness. We'll see some more pictures. So now mountains. Those are massive celestial structure and universe. You know, they say there are mountains in 7 big mountains we saw in our religion, our middle world. Now what those mountains are, it was hard to cross. Mountains were huge. But what in our language or newer, word not coming out, but in a modern world, it's massive celestial structure in a universe, like black holes. You can't go over the black holes. You know, you get sucked in. And the rivers were the dividing line, which are landmass into region, act as a natural frontiers. You know, there are a lot of places where there is a vacuums and there is all sorts of gases. You can't go over those gas. Actually, when they say the different type of river, like it looked like a Milky Way, Milk River, Ghee River, all of those were, they didn't have the right words, but those are all the different types of gases in the universe. The sun and the moon, we know all the celestial bodies visible in the space. And the fourth meant massive rings of asteroids and comets, natural hindrance for entry into the region. So this was all metaphor. They didn't have words like galaxies and black holes. So this is the word they used at those time in 2,500 years ago. So this is, again, the same one. Here you can see better, you know, Jambudweep and the Lavan Samudra. And then the last one is Swayambhur Dweep. Now here are all the empty space. Now we know we are part of a small galaxy, our solar system, but we are part of a supercluster, which is large group of smaller galaxy. Milky Way contains our solar system, which contains 100 to 400 billion stars and 100 billion planets. And then Sun is among hundreds of billions of stars in our Milky Way. But if you look at the supercluster within 1 billion light years, there are 100 galaxies. If you go in a galaxy group, which is made up of smaller galaxy, there are 240,000 galaxies. The large galaxy has 3 million galaxies. There are dwarf galaxies, there are 60 billion. So what I'm trying to say is that there are so many galaxies and so much space in the universe, and that's what they meant by Asankhya Samudra and Asankhya Dweep. So number of stars within 1 billion light years. Now if you have to look middle world, and here is our world, which is our Milky Way. See, 93 billion light years is the main universe. And you can see from a local superstar to local group to Milky Way, and then you can see the Earth. So we are going from 8,000 miles to all the way to 93 billion light years. This is some other slide. Now, here is the one which says about 520 million light years. And you could see all the cluster of galaxies. Those are all the white. They're going around the, we call Meru Parvat, but we're going around because of the gravity. We hold together, but everything is moving around like we move around the sun. Now, all of those maps are a statical map. It's not a geographical map. So that's why they made a circle, just to give us an idea that one is bigger than others. The second one is twice the big size. Because if you do a statical ring, it just gives you less. But geographical map is like this. So this way they showed, instead of statical map, they only showed mountains and rivers, but really, if you have to look at the map, they would be just like this. So Mount Meru, middle world is described as Mount Meru in the center of the middle world, surrounded by Jambudvip, form of a circle, forming a diameter of 100,000 yojan. There are two sets of sun and moon, like Pravin explained to us. So if you have to do this, this one would look like this. There's a Mount Meru. There's all the stars around it. And there's nothingness, which we call rivers. And everything going around, all the stars and the sun. And the Jambudvip continent, which is round and 100,000 yojan diameter, is the center of those oceans. Mount Meru is at the center of this continent, like the navel in the body. So if you look at our Milky Way and our universe, and you can just see what they were trying to say those many years ago. Look at the similarities. So within Jambudvip, there is Bharat Kshetra. We'll pass all some of this. We're gone. But if you just have to draw the picture from what you read in that Tattvartha Sutra, one can draw like this, Bharat Kshetra. And these are the 6 mountains we talked about. And there are those regions, Airavat. This may be a little better side. There it is. Airavat. These are all 7. And then this was Mahavidya Kshetra, which Pravin explained to us. So this is Mount Meru, and these are all the mountains in the middle world. This is Adidvip. See, it's a little easier to see here. There's a Kartikand, Jambudvip, and a Hapushkardip, which Pravin went into detail. We'll pass this. So there are 7 regions, right? Now there are 7 arms in our Milky Way. This is seeing our Milky Way from the Earth. And this is a comparison between Jambudvip and the Milky Way. This is 100,000 yojan diameter. And so there's a lot of similarities between Jambudvip and the Milky Way. So if you look at those 7 arms of Milky Way and 7 regions of Jambudvip, I'm not saying this is the truth, but I'm just showing the similarities. Similarities. Yes, yes. This one is available in a YouTube. It's okay. And the light years. Now, remember we talked about those silk and white mountains, silver and white, sapphire blue, morning glory, all of those white like Arjun tree. So colors of cosmic dust, liquid materials found in the planets or in the space is all of these different colors. Some of these looks like porous granite interplanetary dust particle. So there are 200 stratospheric interplanetary dust particle. So a lot of this, mention the mountains and the rivers have a different colors. So they may be thinking of those dust in a space. This is Mahavida Kshetra. Pravin Bhai explained to us. This is Simandra Swami in 8th Vijay. This is Mahavida Kshetra. Now if you have to look at the Milky Way, down below, this is where we are. And the Mahavida Kshetra is in the middle. And this is our galaxy. One of the arms is our solar system. Kundakun Muni trial. Anyway, this is what I wanted to just show you. These are those 5, 2.5 continents, like Pravin Bhai explained to us. There is 5 Airavat Kshetra, 5 Mahavida Kshetra, 5 Vadak Kshetra. And this makes 30 Akarma Bhumi, and each of those 5. Now this one, a little more interesting. We always wonder where is Mahavida Kshetra, right? We know that it's somewhere, it's huge, it's a lot bigger than a Vadak Kshetra. And we are finding many exoplanets. Now exoplanets are the one which are similar to like Earth. And within 20.5 light years, they have found many of those potentially habited exoplanets. Now, is this maybe another 7 region like Airavat, Mahavida Kshetra? So these are some of the planets where we think there could be a human life. So within 12.5 billion light years, they have found this many candidates for exoplanets. So scientists have been trying to find intelligent life on other planets in space. According to Jain philosophy, life exists in all over Jambudvip. Intelligent life, scientifically advanced, may be expected in Orion Arms, the nuclear center of Milky Way, which must be the Mahavida Kshetra. The Mahavida region is also supposed to be spiritually advanced. So now let's look this couple of more galaxies. Andromeda galaxy, perhaps also in a triangular galaxy. Let's see where those galaxies are. Jain scripture also described Ghatkikhand and Pushkar Island. There is another galaxy called Triangular Galaxy. Is it Pushkarvar Island? So Ghatkikhand has 2 Mount Meru, and Andromeda has 2 separate concentration, P1 and P2 in its structure. Those are those 2 exoplanets. I was showing it to you. So here is one. This is our Milky Way. An Andromeda galaxy and a Milky Way. This is twice as big. So if you have to look where it could be, these are those 2 huge galaxies, which is twice as big as a Jambudvip. So Milky Way, Jambudvip, these are close to Ghatkikhand, and this could be Pushkar. Anyway, some of the pictures of it. The whole I was trying to make a point is Asankhya Samudra and Asankhya Dweep. through the modern science, you can see there are billions and billions of galaxies and so much open space. So metaphor is that, that's what they were trying to tell us. And our Aryan Lord knew all of this 2,500 years ago, which we are just finding it now with the modern science. That's all I was trying to make a point. Bas padhi so everybody probably know this story, Rohania thief. I will just take 2 more minutes and complete. How important it is to listen to Jinwani. This thief, this was in Mahavir Swami time, and he said that don't listen to Mahavir Swami, because if you're going to do this, then we're going to lose our business of stealing. So one day, Rohingya thief was passing by, and Mahavir Swami sermon was going on. But he got stuck with a thorn. So he was trying to pick the thorn out, and meantime he heard that in a Devlok, the Dev don't wink their eyes, and they don't step on the ground. This thief was so smart, they couldn't catch him. So one day they made him drunk, and they told him that you are in the heaven, and you can stay here in the heaven if you commit to your sin. Then he realized that I'm not in the heaven because all of these ladies are winking their eyes and they are not above the ground. So he said, if Bhagavan Mahavir, one word can save my life. If I go listen to him, I can really achieve my true goal. And he took a diksha and he went on the right way. So Jinwani, how important it is, even a one word. Everything in Jinwani is nothing but the ultimate truth, super truth. We don't understand certain things, but everything is whatever described in scriptures. If you look at metaphor point of view of today, it makes more sense. Thank you very much, and I want to really thank you, Pravin Bhai, for standing here and speaking for hours and hours to enlighten us. We are so gratitude to you and the heavy team and the Salil Bhai and everybody to all of those electronics features for us. Thank you. Thank you for your listening to me.
Thank you, Arshad Bhai. Thank you. We got lunch ready. So what we can do, 1 o'clock or 1:15. Okay, yeah, let's do it. But at least I'd like to cover the Jain literature before I open up the question answers. Okay, that's the most important topics also. Okay, thank you. We got the perspective of the current knowledge of the universe. Okay, 1 hour. I think it will still going to be 1:15. Yeah, 1:15. It takes. See, look at the moment of inertia he has. So it is going to take a little longer time to go back. No, that's what it is right now. Hey, can you remove my? I just get that one out. No, yes, you can do it, whatever. Okay. I mean, 15 minutes here and there is not going to make difference. Hey, Rajesh, he wants to stay tonight here. So, no, but we are only booked for 2 nights. No problem, I'll ask him. Can you just help him so right now? So he's the one who did all the things, okay? You want to go with him now? Okay. It's okay. But you tomorrow someone will book the sun now. Yeah, I'm a Jain. What time? I'm Jain. Yeah. 4 વાગે નો ટાર્ગેટ છે 4 વાગે પતાવવાનું કેટલા વાગે લોકો કે 4 વાગે That's only one file, right? Yeah, the workshop. We can see lunch for 10 minutes. Okay. That's it, right? Okay, fine. All right, okay.
આપણે કઈ બી તમને મળે ત્યાં.
No, that's no problem. Okay. Yeah, let's get going. Please come. Now, you taking care of now? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, you want to take it my home.
Yeah, okay, good.